All right, Coach, the home opener's here. How are you guys feeling?
Good. I mean, obviously anxious. There's just so many unknowns leading up to the first game. I'm sure everybody will have some first game jitters, but we've had a good camp. We've stayed fairly healthy. So our guys are working hard. I think they're excited to play.
Hey, Russ, how much have you brought up or will you bring up Butler beating Youngstown State last year, San Diego winning a couple FCS playoff games? The league doesn't have scholarships, but obviously they have some competitive teams.
Yeah, I knew both those things happened. I haven't brought it up. I think I've told our team and our coaches if they better not be underestimating a Pioneer League football team. And I talked to them about specifically Jacksonville. There's about 60 trillion great athletes down in the state of Florida, and there's probably not enough colleges to adequately take all the great athletes. So I'm sure Jacksonville is getting their share of great football players down there, and I did mention that to our coaches and football team, and so they're going to be. There'll be some good players on the other side of the field. There's no question about that.
Might be a necessity at times, but obviously the positives are apparent, but are there any negatives to having as many transfers come into any given program at any given time? Can there be any pitfalls to a strategy like that when you're just trying to fill out your 2 deep?
Well, I think at some places and in some instances, I think it could probably, and again, this has not happened here because the guys that we brought in, the transfers, are incredible people, players. They fit in with our team. But sometimes, if you just start saying, well, this guy's, he's waited his turn in your program for 2 years, and all of a sudden you bring somebody in and he takes it over. I think the chemistry part of it, and for years, in a lot of the years at Chattanooga, we wouldn't take transfers in certain positions. We wouldn't. We didn't want to take a bunch just because I wanted the chemistry of the football team to be great. But when you bring in quality people that fit in with the program really well and really quickly, and our guys want to win, they don't care if John comes out and plays free safety for us. As long as John O'Connor can get somebody on the ground and play, they'll hug him and love him up. And so I think that's what great football teams do. They accept people into the program that they feel like can help you win. And I think I've told John before that we hit a home run. There's some years, there's some years you don't do very well, and you kind of reach to take people because, well, we got a need, man. Well, this guy's not, let's take him. But this year, everybody we brought in are going to help us and are excellent people and excellent players.
What did Joe show you over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, however long it was, that made him win that competition?
Well, it was close. Bo did a nice job. And it was back and forth a lot, and I just thought before we made the decision, the 3 practices leading up to the decision that we made, I thought Joe really upped his game. He had 3 really good practices, and I think he kind of separated himself a little bit at that point in time. He's a guy that's been in the Richmond program for 3 years. It's again, I think if it was ultimately going to be even, you take care of people that have been in your program, but that wasn't going to be the ultimate decision. I just think Joe, the last 3 practices, really played well and upped his game.
Odds, though, are pretty good that English might see a little bit of time on Thursday.
He'll get in the game. I haven't spoken to the offense. All we know is he's going to play at some point in time. When. What series, we don't know, but we're going to get him in the game for sure. he's kind of earned a chance to play.
Hey, Russ, could you say a word or two about their quarterback, Calvin Turner, 143 yards per game last year, 17 rushing touchdowns?
Yeah, well, there's an example of one of a bunch that they have that. Yeah, he is tremendous. He's dynamic. He can run. He's a playmaker. Now he's been in the system, for a year. He'll be a year better than what he was last year. Tremendous player and scary player.
Does the option throw you guys for a loop, or are you equipped to deal with something like that structurally?
Well, I think maybe those are good questions for Mo and when he gets up here. But as we talk to our players defensively, unless you've defended a triple option, you really don't know the speed, how it's going to come at you. We try to get the scout team to simulate it, and we try to get a B back in there that hits it quickly and a quarter and all that stuff. But until you're out there, and it looks pretty good. I know my assignments, and I got there, and I kind of they'll learn the speed of the game pretty quickly because it comes at you so fast, and sometimes you got responsibilities in the option game. Sometimes you don't even know where the ball is. I mean, even as a coach on the sideline, I said, "Who tackled the dive?" And then the ball's on the perimeter. I'm going, wait, I'm confused right here. But as long as their assignment's sound and run to the football and play physical, we'll be fine on defense. But that's what we got to do, no matter what. I mean, whether we're playing an option team or not. I mean, if we got to have our head in the A gap, we got to have our head in the A gap. If we got to play the quarterback on the zone read, we got to play the quarterback on the zone read. So, but this one, they come after you pretty good. All the triple option teams do.
Xavier had a good camp. No problem.
He's gotten better and better and better. The one thing is we haven't tackled him a bunch. He's been tackled some. Got off to a really slow start. I think he was a little nervous, but you can see as camp went on, he looked fresh. He looked like he felt like he can do this, and I know it's 100% healthy. I know he feels good about the knee, but sometimes when you go out there, it's really you're tentative early, and then you move forward. So Xavier will start, and we're excited. We're excited to see what he can do.